Most people search for what is easy. The giants, however, they search for a challenge. Whatever that challenge may look like in your personal life, in search for the pleasure of Allah, and each one of us has his personal challenge he or she wants to overcome. Comfort is easy. Most people search for what is easy. The greats, they search for a challenge. They don't live in this horrible dark zone called the comfort zone. They are always on the other side of it because they realize that every good in this dunya and success in the hereafter is available, but it's on the other side of the comfort zone. There was a man called Bill Ekstrom, and he is the co-author of a book called The Coaching Effect. And he studied over 100,000 coaching interactions between coach and coachee, mentor, mentee, teacher and student, to try to understand what is it that brings success and growth in people. And after this long study, he concluded the following: your success in large is determined by your willingness and your comfort in making yourself uncomfortable. Then others, they took this theory and they made what they called the comfort zone framework. This framework suggests that for you to grow as a human being, you need to go through 3 distinct stages at least. The first of these zones is called the comfort zone. Most of humanity live and die within this zone, comfort zone. It's a great place to be. Why? Because it's a place of familiarity. When you're within your comfort zone, you're with your family, you're with your close circle of friends, you're not challenging yourself to be somewhere or to do something that's outside of your custom. You're comfortable because you can control the factors. There's no surprises. You're not being mentally strained. You're not being physically challenged. You're on autopilot, like driving, like watching TV. This is called the comfort zone. And here your brain will produce happy chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. It keeps you buzzing. There's nothing scary to expect. But the only problem within it is that nothing ever grows in that zone. Things only deteriorate. And there was a study that was conducted on 2,000 participants. And the results were amazing. The results suggest that over half of Brits, 55% to be specific, are stuck in a day-to-day routine with nothing different. Their yesterday is a mirror reflection of today, and their today is a mirror reflection of tomorrow, day to day. That's over half of the population. And just under a third of the population, 31% to be specific, can't even remember the last time they did something uncomfortable or challenge themselves to walk out of their comfort zone. So the moment you choose to sleep instead of going for a run, for example, or going to the gym, you have chosen comfort. Temporary, immediate comfort, but not for long, because discomfort will catch up with you sooner or later. The moment you press your snooze button on your phone to delay Salatul Fajr, and you're praying at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock when the sun is fully risen, you've chosen comfort. But not for long, because if tawbah is not met, there will be discomfort eventually that will catch up. You know someone who left employment, a perfectly legit source of income, although it's maybe minimum wage, or someone who left study. Why? Because they want comfort. They will tell you that was only temporary. Now we are weeping the tears of bitter regret. We're very uncomfortable now because of those decisions. And let me tell you another problem with this comfort zone. The more you stay inside of your comfort zone and you don't challenge yourself to grow as a Muslim, your comfort zone actually gets smaller. The walls begin to close in on you. What does that look like? Say for example, you're only comfortable hanging out with 10 people, 10 brothers. You don't like to hang out with anybody else. If you stay like that, it gets smaller, your comfort zone. So now you're only comfortable with 8 of them. And a few years later, it's just 5 of them. And the next thing you know, you're a complete loner. You're cut off. No one wants to talk to you. You don't want to talk to anyone else. The comfort zone doesn't stay the same size. It gets smaller. You only go to the masjid once a week, right? For example, only once a week, because you're comfortable with that. Anything more is uncomfortable. Fine, but that's going to get smaller. And even going to the masjid once a week becomes a little bit difficult now when you're trying to find your way out of that obligation. But the opposite is true. When you find new challenges as a Muslim, new challenges of growth, you meet new people, you plan for your religion, you learn something new, you're uncomfortable. Guess what? The borders of the comfort zone grow to meet you, to catch up with you, till what was uncomfortable yesterday becomes natural today. Keep doing it. What is natural today becomes comfortable tomorrow. It also grows. Don't live within the comfort zone. The comfort zone, therefore, is your worst enemy. Pack your luggage and come into the second zone now. What is the second zone on your way to growth? The fear zone. You've now managed to convince yourself to do something with your life, to learn a new craft, to learn a new trade, to improve your tajweed. You come into now the fear zone. all of a sudden you can't control the variables here. There's things that will challenge you physically, challenge you mentally, and your brain therefore starts blocking those happy chemicals of serotonin and dopamine, and instead it starts producing stress-related hormones like adrenaline and glutamate. You're now afraid, you're distressed, you're anxious. So most people, what do? They quickly scurry back into the